Good morning. Today on Spotlight, inside the Motor Vehicle Battery Workforce Challenge. What's the plan for the future, and how are these industry experts recruiting, training, and employing these high-tech engineers? We'll ask Mickey Bly, Senior Vice President and Head of Global Propulsion Systems at Stellantis. And later on our Sunday morning program, a conversation with Dr. Felicia B. George. Her new book, When Detroit Played the Numbers, tells the fascinating history of a money-making industry that used to be illegal, but is now legal and played in practically every convenience store in America and brings in a lot of revenue for state governments. It's Sunday, June the 2nd. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. The BAT Challenge, as I understand it's been coined. What is it for that person that's never heard it?
You know, it's the long name of it is Battery Workforce Challenge, and there's kind of three elements to that. One is battery development technology to support the transition that our country and actually around the world is going through to electrification. So we want to encourage these universities, we'll talk about on this new technology that they're going from very traditional engineering skills in the universities to a new area. Workforce is about partnering with the workforce of the future. We do not have enough engineers and technicians and workers that are really ready for this new conversion that's going on in our plants, our factories, and our suppliers. And the challenge part of it is kind of the fun part, where we actually take these 12 universities and 12 community schools, vocational schools, and put them in a competition where there really is no losers, but it really is trying to challenge them to be progressing through their challenges year after year. We reward them with trophies and cash prizes and recognition along the way, so they kind of get to the point where this is encouraging them to compete hard, but also in a fun manner.
Yeah, so I imagine in terms of part of the vision is, because we've all heard about EVs and we've got to move away from the gas-powered vehicles. The world's changing, U.S. is changing, lifestyles are changing. But that you can't just spring it on them, that you really got to redo the entire infrastructure as well as the training and the learning. And you got to start with the young people who hopefully will be the future of all this, correct?
Yeah, it's a great introduction to it. Is this challenge series actually started 30 years ago with different emerging technologies. So if you go way back 30 years ago, we're looking at what is the next alternative fuel to gasoline. And we've had methanol challenges, ethanol challenges. We started moving to electrification in the end of 2090 or the 90s and early in the 2000s. And now we've really gone full force on this transition to electrification. And like you said, it's this younger generation, the next generation of engineers, technicians, and workers that we really want to help them progress in their knowledge gathering, but also to be able to springboard them into the industry very quickly, like at Stellantis, where we need engineers that really have this practical capability.
Sure. How did you pick the universities, the vocational schools, and you even got high schools in there?
Yeah, it really was an interview process. So we sent out a request to probably a couple hundred universities around North America, so both Canada and the US, and they had to submit their proposals back to us as if they were competing for recognition. We went through those, down-selected with our partners from the Department of Energy and Argonne National Labs. And in the end, we said we'd have 12 universities. And what's unique this year is we said, you know what, this is more than just the engineers. We want to actually partner with vocational schools or trade schools or community colleges. So every university had to partner themselves with that community school, and then they brought that forward as a proposal.
When you hear news reports, as we all do, when they say, the U.S. and the auto industry is moving too fast, too soon with electric vehicles, what's your reaction?
I think it's a simple one. It's not a matter of if we have to do this. That's the side. I think we all know that, one, the customers want some different selections or variety in what their choices are in the marketplace. There are some of our competitors done very good in this place and have put electric vehicles into the space, and they're being consumed. We have come to the market from a Stellantis point of view with 28 EVs around the world. We're seeing different penetrations. Some regions of the world in Europe are taking them at very high rates, and here in North America, it's a mix right now.
Sure.
And I think we just have to be ready have flexibility in what we offer the customers. In the end, the customer has to pay money to buy a vehicle. It's got to look good, it's got to feel great, and solve the needs they have. Some of them are very environmental, and some of them are very economic in their needs.
All right, we need to take a quick little break. We'll come right back. We'll talk a little bit about these batteries that are a key part of it. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Argonne National Labs, how do they play into all of this?
You know, they're one of our partners. So as I mentioned, Stellantis is partnered with Department of Energy, and Department of Energy and Stellantis are using Argonne National Labs, which is one of the 17 national labs in the country, to be really the program or the project executor. They're really taking all of the heavy lifting work for both of us to make sure that we understand how to work with universities, how do we work with the different sponsors, how do they facilitate any discussions we have with administration, whether it's the secretaries or Department of Energy administration along the way.
All right. We've heard the controversy regarding the batteries. Some say they're too big. If they catch on fire, then there's a hazard. They're expensive, all of these things. These are the type of issues that obviously you and the young people that are learning how to do all this technology are having to deal with. How does that play into this whole litany of from training, workforce development, getting them ready, and making it so that the average person says, okay, I now want one of those, it's within my budget, and it's safe?
Your last point's very important. You know, the consumer wants a compelling reason to buy a car. It's a very emotional decision for them to buy a car. Electrification right now adds more cost to the car. We know that. It's an incremental increase in cost. And the government, there's incentives and other reasons why that you may want to purchase those. What we're trying to do is get at that fundamental problem at Stellantis and even our competitors of getting that cost down to a parity. So there's no economic hurdle that anybody has to make. I can pick a car, it has a gas engine or electric driven capable. And to do that, we need engineers of the future to help design and come up with innovations that maybe some of us in the industry haven't thought of. So we're using these universities as kind of incubators of coming up with really creative ideas to drive down the cost. Given is safety of these vehicles. That's a given that we and all of my peers in the industry, that's a given. So we start there with it has to be safe.
At some point along the line, you've had some conversations with our former governor, now Secretary of Energy, Madam Granholm.
Yes, we have.
What happens in those conversations?
Well,
she knows Michigan and knows this industry very, very well, but she also now has to deal with the national footprint.
Yeah, the good news is she's a supporter of many elements, and you've seen her on your shows and other shows.
She's been in the studio a whole bunch of times.
Of her workforce challenge, and I think there's some announcements here recently where she talked about we need to get our workforce ready for this, whether it's our technical operators in the plants or it's our engineers designing it or our supply base. So her office has been extremely supportive of this, and in fact, when we went forward together with the Department of Energy about 2 years ago with the concept, it was a yes. It wasn't let's debate, it was a yes, let's figure out how to make this work.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the judging competition and how does that work?
There's a year 1, year 2, and year 3. Year 1 is purely analytical. They're applying all their engineering skills of designing and developing this in an analytical way. No parts yet. Year 2 is we give them the parts. It's like the candy stores opened up and they get to pick all their pieces and parts. We're actually, sponsoring them with a vehicle, so we have a Ram ProMaster.
I'm about to say, they get a nice Ram ProMaster
there you
for
go.
3 years.
Yeah.
That would have enticed me to maybe change my major when I was in college, but too late.
So we give them the hardware, and then in the year 3, they actually make it from a customer acceptance. So at the end of each year, we have a competition, 2 or 3 days. Just recently, we had end of year 1 in Chicago. Bring all the universities, and they have to actually present to judges from the industry. We have about 20 or 30 judges. Judge them on their technical capability, their marketing plan, even K through 12. So we actually encourage them to go out and teach K through 12 this technology, and we have a judging points that are given to them, how well they're getting it outreach into the community, and then what is their solution. Year 2, they're actually going to be judged on the hardware if it meets their year 1 designs. They get bonuses for good design work and good solutions, and they actually have some negative points if their solutions didn't work out. Just like my engineers find out every time when they make a mistake, they got to recycle and redo. We do the same thing for them.
How lucrative of a business will this be for engineers of the future?
Well, engineers are in hot demand. I mean, if you really look at what's going on in the educational system, engineers coming out are in high demand. We're looking for best talent. Our competitors here in the Detroit area, I won't say it's a war for talent, heard those words, but it is really a hunt for talent that we need to find. They make between 10 or 15% more in their starting salary than students that don't have an experience like this.
How did you get involved in this challenge? I know you have an engineering background.
Well, it started a long time ago. Actually, when I was in college, my senior design project was one of the first ones at Georgia Tech, where I went to school. We had a competition like this, but it was a small scale remote control vehicle that I actually had to design and build and get judged on. When I was at General Motors, we were partnered with the Department of Energy and did the same competition. 2005, I got involved, and I got hooked. I mean, the energy of these kids that are coming in to these competitions and seeing the future generations of what we're trying to give to society. And by the way, I don't care if they work for Stellantis. I want them to work in the industry. So it's really kind of a giving back of what I've learned and I've had experience along the way. And Stellantis is fully supporting this also. Is we want these future technicians, workers, and engineers to contribute to U.S. Improvement in this area. We've had thousands of watchers of the competition we just had in Chicago seeing what they're doing in real time.
All right. Mickey Black, thanks so much for coming in, sharing this information. We'll get you back, because I want to know a couple years from now where you're at from where you are today.
Very good. Thank you, Chuck.
And with Spotlight returns, I'll have a conversation with Dr. Felicia B. George. She'll be talking about her new book about the history of playing the numbers in Detroit. We'll be right back. Dr. Felicia George, she is a born and raised Detroiter. She has her PhD in anthropology from Wayne State University, and she's our guest today on Spotlight. But she's here not so much to talk about academia, but a brand new book that you have called When Detroit Played the Numbers. And the little subtitle in here is Gambling's History and Cultural Impact on the Motor City. Interesting title. What made you want to write about this period that has gone by the wayside?
You know, it's funny. Initially, I was not even going to talk about the illegal lottery. And I was just having a conversation with my dissertation. I'm working on my PhD at that time. And I have a conversation with him, and I just happened to mention this illegal lottery and how it was still active all these years later. And it just intrigued him. And the more I told him about it, the more he asked me about it. And he said, I really want you to go home and think about actually doing your work on this. And when I got home and I realized the history that, my family and my neighbors had and just how much people loved the topic, that's what kind of pushed me to do it.
So there might be a few people out there who don't know what you're talking about when you say played the numbers. So what is that?
So playing the numbers is simply just a game of chance. It is the illegal lottery. Today's Daily 3 is a carbon copy of it. And so it came about in the 1930s, and for a long time it was illegal before the lottery legalized it. And so it's just simply a game where you choose 3 numbers, and hopefully what you choose are gonna fall and you're gonna be a big winner.
What significance did this industry, and I call it an industry, have for the African American community in Detroit?
It was powerful. You have to think about the time period, the 20s, 30s, 40s. We had segregation, discrimination, redlining. Blacks, to be honest, couldn't get certain jobs, couldn't get loans for businesses, couldn't get loans for housing. And these numbers men who actually ran this illegal lottery, what they did was they became very rich, but they put the money back in their community. They paid for scholarships for students. They gave funding for businesses, built houses when houses were not being built for blacks in Detroit. So it was a powerful industry that really, really helped black Detroiters economically.
And they were respected citizens, respected leaders, and even though they were in an illegal business, and everybody kind of whispered about what they did and who they were, right?
Yeah, they did. I think a lot of it had to do with reciprocity. I think the people that were the leaders of this, they knew they had an obligation, and they called themselves racemen. They said, we're racemen, we're going to make sure we take care of our community. And so they took care of the community, and the community took care of them by playing the numbers. And those pennies, nickels, and dimes funded so many important things throughout Detroit's history. It was really thought of as being a black game. The Italian mafia, other groups, they were doing their thing, but they were doing it with the illegal booze. And so when Prohibition ended and they realized how much money was being made, they were like, we want a piece of this too. And so it went from being really a concentrated black activity to you saw all the different ethnic groups starting their own illegal lotteries.
Wow. Did blacks get pushed out eventually from this?
You know, not here in Detroit. It was really, really interesting. It took a long time before it happened. You go to New York, it happened very, very early. The mafia came in and took over. You go to Chicago, it happened pretty early. But Detroit was maybe mostly able to hang on to its black illegal numbers operations for a number of reasons. One of the people that was considered one of the fathers of the illegal lottery here, he had a lot of social capital. He was Joe Lewis's manager. And we didn't have the kind of violence that you saw in other cities. And so the black numbersmen really held on for a long time running their own organizations.
You talk about a mayor of Detroit that was supported by the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes.
How did that play into this?
So what's really interesting is a lot of people don't know the Klan they had a stronghold here for a minute in the 20s. And so Charles Bowles was the mayor. He was coming in right when the Depression was hitting hard, and the Klan backed him. He was a conservative. He represented the values that they were aligned with. He never said that he was a part of the Klan, but they made sure he was elected. So he gets elected, and one of the things that he promises are some Jewish numbersmen that, you know what, I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to make sure you take over running the numbers. And he was elected on the platform that he was going to end vice, and he didn't. And so he was end up being recalled within 6 months of being elected mayor.
Wow, that's short term. Okay, well, we've also seen some other short terms, but we don't have time to get into all that. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll come right back with some more questions to Dr. George. Stay with us. Was it hard to get people to talk to you about something they knew, but they knew it was illegal, so they didn't want to talk about it?
Yes, so there were some people that flat out told me, nope, I'm not going to talk about that. But I had an in. My husband worked for General Motors, and numbers is huge in the plant. And he knew.
They played it big in the auto plants.
Oh, they still do.
Still do, okay.
And so he was trusting, he had a relationship with my husband, he trusted him enough, and so he became one of my informants, and that kind of opened the door for me.
All right. Black Bottom and Paradise Valley, what role did they play in this?
Well, you know what? They received most of the money that came from the numbersmen. I mean, it was Black Bottom and Paradise Valley where the businesses were, where their homes were. And so the money that the numbersmen poured into the community was really poured into those communities. They started insurance companies. They funded a bunch of restaurants, some nightclubs. And so it was the foundation of a lot of stuff that happened.
It was a major employer?
Yes, it was. It was. Think about this. Think about you go to college and you're a young black man or a young black woman, you want to be an attorney. At that time, you were not going to get hired. You would go to school and become an attorney, and guess what? The best you could do is maybe be a porter. And so these numbersmen had a really great job because what they would do is they saw that need, and they would give these professionals jobs as attorneys, as secretaries, as accountants. And so it played a major role in the employment for blacks in Detroit.
Women played a major role in this, correct?
Yes.
How so?
So it's funny, we always talk about the numbers men, and you hear about that, but there are women behind this thing. In the book, I talk about one woman, Ida Watson. She was a force to be reckoned with in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. There's a chapter dedicated to another lady who ran her own numbers business for a little more than 30 years, Fannie Davis, and she really took care of her family and was able to push them into a middle-class status and take care of her community as well. And so women may not have been in the forefront, but they were definitely in the back pushing, making sure that they had a role in this.
John Roxborough.
Okay.
Who is he?
So he is Joe Lewis's manager. There would be no Joe Lewis without John Roxborough. He came from a privileged family, and I call him the father of Detroit numbers because he's the one that brought numbers back to Detroit in the late 1919, 1920s. And he was the one that really got people on board to play the numbers, and the other numbersmen kind of emulated him. Those pennies, nickels, and dimes that he made, it funded Joe Louis. There would be no Joe Louis and all the great things that Joe Louis did for race relations, being the first true black American hero, if it were not for John Roxborough.
Why should we put importance on this story from a historical standpoint?
Because it's a piece that has been missing. We know a lot about the Great Depression, but we don't know how the numbersmen stepped in. And when the government failed the black community and there was no jobs and no food, they stepped up and they took care of it. We know that there were great businesses like Great Lakes Mutual Insurance Company, but we don't know how that insurance company was funded. It is just so many things that the numbers it made possible from the NAACP to the Urban League, that it was these numbers men that made sure this stuff happened. And as we keep moving forward in history, this story, this important industry, is dying because the people that know it are passing on.
The book, once again, is called When Detroit Played the Numbers by Dr. Felicia George. And how does this play into your anthropology?
So I get that a lot. That's exactly how it plays into it. You know, it's about studying mankind and its culture.
Dr. George, final question, and maybe, I won't say it's the most important question, but maybe it links it all back together again. So this was an illegal business, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Now, state of Michigan gets a decent portion of their budget because people are playing lottery legally. And we got all different types out here. You've mentioned some of them already. Talk about this change from what was illegal to now what is very legal, and why this change has come about.
You know, I really think that that's one of the most fascinating parts of this book and the research I did. For so many years, society, the media, government, police, they villainized it. Oh, you know, it was going to be the end of family values. It was illegal. It was something horrible. It was taking money from poor people. It was just horrific. It was exploiting them. And then slowly but surely, they realized it wasn't going anywhere. It didn't matter how many raids they took. People had an appetite for it, and they liked playing the lottery. And the old becomes new, and what happened was, you know, back in the 1800s when lotteries first hit, this is how the United States was built, was on money from lotteries. I mean, it's a fast way to
it gave
generate
people
income.
hope.
Yes, it did. Fast way to generate money. You didn't have to raise taxes. People were hopeful. They thought this was how they could get their American dream. And so here comes the 70s, and guess what? State of Michigan needs some money. And they realized this is a fast, easy way to do it. And so within a year, you read the stories of where they're saying it was horrible and it was criminal, to now all of a sudden you got to be in it to win it. And so you see all this now advertising, encouraging people to play this game, and that it's doing a good thing for the community. So it's really fascinating to watch how that attitude changed over time.
Kind of like all the people who went to jail for smoking marijuana, and now every other corner has a cannabis place.
Lots of parallels.
All right. Dr. Felicia George, thanks so much for coming in and joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck with the book. The second book is going to be about what?
I'm looking at the Detroit Police Department and the criminal justice system here in Detroit.
The history of it. Oh, that should be fascinating. Wow. Special thanks to Mickey Bly and Dr. Felicia George. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.